this is one of those moments where I feel deeply that I have something to say, that there is something that wants to be expressed through me, that there's something that wants to come out. But until I start speaking, nothing actually starts flowing or moving through me. So I've been led here, allowing my mind to conjure up all of these things I want to speak to, but nothing would start, nothing would come out. And finally, I realize, I just have to start talking, and then it starts to flow. And so the reason I'm feeling big feelings is potentially it's just one of those days. It's just a big feely day. But I've had Isla off with me today. She wasn't very well, so she was home, and it was just so nice to honour her and allow her and teach her to listen to her body, and that if her body was needing rest, that it doesn't matter what the school system says, the fear of what others will say. If you need to rest, you rest. You put yourself first. You listen to your body. You do what you need to do. So that was really, really important. It felt really important. And we had a nice afternoon together, nice day together, and she's gone off to her dad's now. And I started watching something on YouTube with her before she left, and then I finished it when she was gone. And it was something that I'd watched and that we'd started watching years ago on YouTube, and it just came up as a suggestion. It was these people in, I don't know, Indiana or somewhere had bought an old school, and obviously when we watched it years ago, it was no roof on the building, it was a complete mess. And I saw that they've got their whole 4-year journey. They've shared the video of this 4-year build process, and she's obviously compilated it all together and talked through all of the things that were going on at their various times of year and over the years. And I finished that then when Isla was at her dad's, and I was just sort of blown away by the time of it, by the seeing something from start to a midway point. It's not finished, but it's certainly, livable. They're living in it and it looks amazing now. It's going to be an ongoing project for them for life, obviously. But yeah, it just really stirred something within me. And then I was reminded, or I remembered, about this film that I've wanted to watch that's been coming in for a little while, called Boyhood. And this film was actually shot and filmed over 12 years with the same cast, the same characters, following this young boy, Mason, from, I think he must have been about 6 up until he left for college at 18. And it's just, it's quite simple, can be quite boring at times, I suppose. The film itself is like 2 hours and 45 minutes long. There's no gripping story that you're following along. It is literally just showing life and how it goes, and how they go from little children into adults. And it came out in 2014. Isla was born in 2012, and I'm pretty sure I watched it. When it came out, or at least, when it was a few years out. And I didn't know much of it. I certainly don't remember thinking, wow, this was filmed over 12 years. Because that would have blown my brain, I think, if I'd really cognitively taken that information in. And so, yeah, to watch it now, that Isla's 5 years off 18, that's insane. I was talking to her about the fact that in a couple of days' time, on the 13th of September, it'll be 6 years since my dad passed away. And she was like, 6 years? That doesn't doesn't feel like it was that long. I was like, I know. And just aware of the fact that she will have been 8 then, or 7. My maths is not mathing. Whatever she was. She's 13 now, so probably 7. And yeah, just crazy. It's just crazy to feel the time element that's coming in today, to be lying here on the sofa after not feeling too hot for a week or so. Lots of emotional stuff going on, lots of physical stuff going on, big eclipse and full moon energy, periods, all of the things. Life has been lifing, and yeah, without really an opportunity to stop like I have today, well, this afternoon, and be and think. And I know that I really use movies, like I really love movies as a way to feel things, as a way to understand things, as a way to identify with feelings, life, characters, all of that sort of stuff. And I've always done that, always, all my life. Film has been a massive um, way in which I can, understand the world and see the world, I suppose, the expression side of things. So, yeah, it just feels really lovely to have seemingly found these two experiences to watch and taken time out of my day to really be with my daughter. And she's come and sat on my lap, and I've given her a cuddle, like real proper cuddles, not that teenage cuddle of get off me, you weirdo, that she does to me. Yeah, she really wanted that cuddle still. And yeah, I guess I'm just feeling my heart opening, thinking about time, thinking about life, thinking about really utilizing and living and experiencing and loving my life. And yeah, I think it's really important to find books, films, friends, situations, anything that really makes you stop from the grind, from the hustle and bustle, from the hamster wheel of life, and just take a moment and take stock and feel into how far you've come, how life has been, the sad points, the low points, the high points, and just really reflect on it. And yeah, have that gratitude for life. And don't get me wrong, it sits there with this fear, I think, in my stomach, this sort of, oh no, I'm not living. What if I waste my life? What if I don't do everything I want to do? Like, I have a yearning to live, and been struggling with mental health and lots of things like that. So I haven't felt like I've been living, Um so yeah, there's always so much, but I'm not beating myself up about it. I'm using it as a tool to fuel that desire to live, to really seize the day. And in the film, she says at the end, this girl talking to Mason, and she says, they always tell you to seize the day, but I think it's the other way around. I think that the day seizes you, and that it's in the now. It is just in these moments. It's taking stock of the now. And I love that. I really love that. And I think that is what I'm doing here, speaking to the now, sharing my reflections that absolutely nobody could watch it. Whatever. I'm saying it for me. And if someone does catch this at any point and choose to watch it, feel called to watch it, and have their own moment of, just feeling the energy and the love and invitation to take stock of their life and, go inwards and, just see that life is happening all the time, everywhere. And I've actually had thoughts over the last couple of days randomly coming into my mind as driving either to school or doing a food shop, and I've just sort of found myself thinking there are people all over the world. Every single other person in the world is experiencing their life through their eyes, through their lived experience, through their beliefs, through their thoughts, through their feelings. Everywhere. There's literally someone in China doing something. There's someone in Hawaii doing something. Someone in Scotland doing something. Millions of people doing things actually. And if you just sort of like take yourself out of yourself and just observe that everyone is living their life, that everyone is going along and they're, in their bubble, in their hamster wheel, in their simulation, whatever it is, that we're all just doing the blooming best we can. Like we're all just doing the best we can in every moment. And we really, as soon as you sort of pull out to feel that and see that, I don't know, it just helps a little bit, doesn't it? It helps you feel not quite so serious. I've got a really itchy head. I'm very sorry. I'm very naughty. I'm trying not to itch it all the time, but it is itchy. So I don't know. That's my ponderings for today. That is my little sound bite that I want to leave with you. My invitation to you to, just take a moment, look at the little things in life, even the rain pouring down, taking a moment from rushing around from job to job or cooking dinner to actually stop and look in the eyes of your people around you, your loved ones, your children, your partner, your friends, your colleagues. Like just to actually stop, take a breath, and just really look at them, really listen to them, really hear them. Just be present in the now without your phone in your hand, ready to do something else, like looking at me. Yeah. We're just so busy all the time. And again, this film talks about it. And this was probably 2013, maybe, when these sort of last few scenes were being filmed, maybe just a bit before. But he's literally talking about the fact of coming off Facebook, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's just ridiculous." And he's like, "We're just being programmed to be these computers ourselves." We literally he says about getting a little hit of dopamine when you hear that ding in your inbox. We're literally being trained to be the computers. And I was like, whoa, dude, it's got so much worse in the last 10 years. If only you could see it coming at the time. Just putting everything down, disconnecting, and just being present with yourself, with your loved ones, with your life, with your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your, wishes, and just, taking a minute to feel it and allowing it to open your heart. Big, huge love.